Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we plunge into fascinating topics and try to extract the most compelling insights just for you.
Exactly.
Today, we're charting a course for, well, a corner of Vietnam that, for many people, remains a bit of a beautiful mystery.
Mm-hmm.
You probably know the Vietnam we often picture, right? The vibrant, almost electric buzz of Hanoi's Old Quarter, maybe the ethereal, mist-shrouded Karsts of Ha Long Bay,
Oh, yeah, the classic.
or the ancient, lantern-lit charm of Hoi An. These are truly iconic, absolutely unforgettable experiences.
Definitely, no doubt about that.
But here's where our journey takes, I think, an exciting turn. Beyond these well-trodden paths lies another Vietnam, a more remote, kind of untamed frontier.
That's right. We're setting our sights on Cao Bang Province, nestled deep in the country's far northeast. Imagine a land defined by just staggering geological grandeur, profound historical significance, and vibrant, incredibly resilient cultures.
Yeah.
All just waiting to reveal themselves.
Yeah.
Our mission today is really to go beyond the usual guidebooks, and distill the most important insights for you, the discerning traveler who's maybe seeking genuine discovery over just another curated experience.
Absolutely. And we're framing this deep dive as an adventure for what we're calling the post-tourist, someone who really values solitude, authenticity, and a deep connection to a place,
Yeah.
rather than maybe a convenient, well-worn itinerary.
Right. A different kind of travel.
Get ready, because this journey is going to unveil a destination remarkably unspoiled by mass tourism, offering a chance to truly, well, step back in time.
It really feels like that sometimes.
So as we chart our course for this untamed frontier, what's the first compass point you think that sets Cao Bang apart for our post-tourist?
I think it's the contrast it offers, particularly when you look at other well-known northern Vietnam highland adventures.
Okay, like what?
Well, take Hà Giang, for instance. It's often seen as the gold standard for motorbike adventure, and, rightly so for its breathtaking landscapes.
Yeah, the loop there is famous.
It is, but it now comes with a pretty established tourist infrastructure, which, can mean more crowds, more development.
Right.
Then there's Sapa, the main hub for trekking, which, let's be honest, has faced some criticism for becoming quite commercialized.
I've heard that. Like a tourist theme park.
Some people say that, yeah. I can feel a bit like that at times.
The Cao Bang steps in as a different kind of adventure then.
Precisely. Cao Bang emerges as this quieter, more contemplative, and I'd argue more authentic alternative. You'll find comparable landscapes. I mean, the towering limestone karsts, deep valleys, winding rivers. It's all there.
The classic scenery.
Exactly. But with significantly fewer tourists. And perhaps surprisingly, in many areas, the roads are actually better paved than some other adventure loops, making for a less crowded, more immersive journey.
Interesting. So better roads, but fewer people.
In some key parts, yes. So the core insight for our post-tourist here is that Cao Bang offers a journey where these comparable natural wonders meet genuine tranquility and a sense of untamed discovery without that overwhelming tourist footprint you find elsewhere.
That tranquility sounds like exactly what many people are looking for now. But I imagine that very rawness, while it sounds magical, probably demands a bit more from the traveler. Creates what some call the authenticity paradox.
It certainly does. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. This isn't a passive experience. It's an active engagement. It really calls for self-reliance.
How so?
Well, for example, cash is king. Seriously. Credit cards are rarely accepted outside of maybe Cao Bang City itself.
Okay, good tip.
And that translation app on your phone, it's pretty much indispensable for communicating in more remote areas.
Right. Makes sense.
So yeah, this kind of filters for the curious and the prepared traveler. And that commitment, that extra effort, it's really richly rewarded, I think.
And what truly underpins that whole experience, connecting the land and its stories, is its formal recognition as the non-Nuoc Cao Bang UNESCO Global Geopark back in 2018.
That's fundamental, yeah.
This isn't just some title, right? It's a scientific acknowledgement of a cohesive geological narrative stretching back over 500 million years.
Indeed. The geopark covers a huge area, more than 3,000 square kilometers, and its story is, it's literally written into the fabric of the land.
Wow.
Here's maybe a quick way to think about its geology. There's this deep fault line, the Cao Bang Fault, that basically cuts the geopark in two.
Okay.
To the east, you get those familiar, really dramatic limestone karst peaks, those incredible, often jagged limestone mountains and deep valleys. You know the type.
Yeah, classic Vietnam karst.
Exactly.
Huh.
Formed from ancient seabeds, perfect for creating those towering cliffs and deep caves. But then you travel west, across the fault line, and the landscape subtly shifts.
How does it change?
Here, you start encountering different kinds of rock sedimentary, volcanic rocks, pillow basalts, granitic intrusions. It's a landscape much richer in minerals.
So the landscape isn't uniform at all. It has these two distinct geological personalities. What does this, what does this mean for our post-tourist exploring the area?
Well, it means a journey through Cao Bang is, in essence, a journey through deep time. The eastern limestone karsts, those are the very mountains that would one day shelter revolutionaries.
Ah, linking to the history.
Exactly. While the mineral wealth of the West gave birth to these unique traditional craft villages we'll probably talk about later.
Okay, I see.
So the core insight here, I think, is that Cao Bang offers a journey where literally every landscape tells part of this 500 million year story. It makes your exploration not just scenic, but profoundly intellectual and historically resonant, too.
That's a really powerful way to frame it. You're tracing history and culture right back to the ground beneath your feet. And speaking of geological wonders, Cao Bang is home to some truly breathtaking natural sights. Let's start with the big one, the majestic Ban Waterfall. Tell us about this thundering heart of the borderlands.
Okay, Ban. It's located right on the border with China, marked by the absolutely stunning jade blue Quezon River, and it's just a multisensory spectacle.
How so?
Well, the first thing that usually hits you is this deep, like percussive roar. Then you feel it, the fine, cool mist on your skin, even from a distance. And then you see it, this colossal curtain of water about 30 meters high and stretching an incredible 300 meters across.
300 meters, that's enormous.
It really is. It cascades down these multi-tiered limestone steps, all framed by lush green vegetation. It's quite something.
I can practically feel the mist and hear that thundering roar just listening to you.
Yeah.
It must be an overwhelming sensory experience in person.
It truly is. And technically, this is the largest waterfall in Southeast Asia and the fourth largest in the world that actually straddles an international border.
So it's shared with China.
Exactly.
Real.
And what's unique for visitors is that for about 50,000 VND, maybe $2 or so, you can take a bamboo raft right to the foot of the cascade.
Get right up close.
Yeah, feel the raw power of the water. And from there, in this kind of charmingly surreal ritual, you can actually wave to tourists on similar rafts on the Chinese side of the river, just meters away.
That sounds bizarrely fun, waving across the border.
It is. And for a more serene, sort of panoramic view, you can walk up to the Fat Titch Truck Lamb Pagoda nearby. Gives you a great perspective from above.
So it's not just a sight, but an interaction almost.
Oh, yeah.
And I imagine it changes quite a bit with the seasons.
Oh, absolutely. During the rainy season, say June to September, the river swells right up and the falls become this thunderous, formidable wall of water, really powerful.
Right.
But then in the dry season, the flow lessens and it reveals more intricate, delicate cascades that weave beautifully through the rocks. Still beautiful, just different, more detailed maybe.
Okay. From the thunder above ground to maybe the silence below. Just a few kilometers from Banjiak, you find Nungwam Ngao Cave. Its name means tiger cave in the local Tay language.
That's right. The name comes from local legends, either about roaring underground streams that sound like tigers, or maybe actual tigers seeking shelter there in the past.
Interesting.
So this subterranean kingdom, it was actually discovered back in 1921, but only opened to visitors in 1996. The whole system stretches over 2,144 meters.
Wow.
But there's a well-lit, roughly 1 kilometer section that's accessible to visitors, and you're walking into these 400 million year old limestone foundations.
So what makes this cave special? There are many caves in Vietnam.
True. I think what stands out in Nguyen Minh Ngao is that it feels like a natural sculpture gallery. The stalactites and stalagmites have these really unique colorations, oranges, yellows, whites, because of the high concentrations of calcium mixed with other mineral impurities in the water seeping through.
Ah, so the minerals again. Nature is the artist, crafting formations that apparently look like an inverted lotus blossom or a massive coral reef.
Exactly. People have named different sections based on what they resemble. There are parts that look uncannily like terraced rice paddies, and there are specific landmarks inside like the Golden Waterfall and Silver Waterfall, which are these huge flowing calcite formations.
Incredible.
Yeah, it really makes you think about water not just as, a destructive force carving things out, but as this patient, meticulous artist crafting a masterpiece one drop at a time over millions of years. It's a profound testament to geological time, really.
From roaring cascades and these silent sculpted caves, our journey through these natural wonders wouldn't be complete without visiting Cao Bang's serene emerald necklace, the Fang Hen Lake system. This is high up in the mountains of Trellin District.
Yeah, about 1,000 meters altitude. And it's not just one lake, which is important.
Right, you said a system.
It's a complex of 36 distinct freshwater lakes, believe it or not. And they're all interconnected by subterranean caves and rivers.
Wow, underground connections.
Exactly. This unique hydrology means they have these dramatic seasonal fluctuations. They can appear as separate lakes in the dry season, but then merge into one vast waterway during the rainy season when the water levels rise.
Fascinating. And the name Feng Hen.
It means bee's tail in the local Tay language. Apparently, from above, the main lake has a sort of diamond shape that resembles a bee's tail.
Okay. And its most striking feature, I hear, is the color.
Oh, absolutely. It's this brilliant, almost otherworldly emerald green hue, and it stays that color pretty much year-round. It really stands out, earning it the nickname the Jade Gem of Cao Bang.
Sounds beautiful. What's the experience like there?
It's very peaceful. You can take boat rides across the placid surface, explore some of the hidden caves accessible from the water, and just, immerse yourself in this profound tranquility. It's definitely a place where that post-tourist can find some deep serenity.
It's really remarkable how that geological story just keeps unfolding as you venture deeper into the geopark. Beyond these sort of big three pillars, there were even more landscapes that sound like something out of myth or legend, like Phon Nam Valley. In Trong Con District, near Ban Giac, it's often described as a living watercolor painting.
It truly is one of Cao Bang's most picturesque and tranquil corners. You have
Wow.
to picture this vibrant tapestry of emerald green rice fields, a crystal clear river winding lazily through it, and these traditional wooden stilt houses nestled peacefully right at the foot of towering karst mountains.
Sounds idyllic.
It really is. And it's often veiled in morning mist, which makes it appear exactly like something out of a classic Chinese or Vietnamese watercolor painting. Just stunning. Ideal for photographers, obviously, but also for anyone who just wants to explore slowly, maybe by bicycle or on foot, just absorbing the quiet beauty.
And then there's Angel Eye Mountain, Nui Thing, which is part of the Thang Han Lake complex. This sounds extraordinary. A massive, perfectly circular hole, like 50 meters across, piercing the peak.
Yeah, it's quite startling when you first see it. It looks exactly like a gigantic eye looking right up at the heavens. Nui Thung literally means mountain with a hole.
How did that form?
It's a product of the same geological forces, tectonic uplift and then erosion, carving out that hole over millennia. And it creates this stunning visual, especially, they say, at sunrise, when sunbeams stream directly through the opening, casting this magical glow on the valley below.
Wow. People go there.
Oh, yeah. It's become a favored spot for trekking up to, for photography, and even for camping nearby. It offers a really wild and peaceful experience that feels, profoundly connected to the earth.
And for those seeking even deeper immersion, perhaps more challenging adventures, there's Phia Oak Phia Den National Park. This is in the western part of the geopark, right? The really wild heart of Cao Bang.
Exactly. This is a sanctuary of immense biodiversity. It's characterized by really rugged terrain, dense primeval forests that haven't been logged, and these high-altitude meadows.
And important for wildlife?
Hugely important. It's a crucial habitat, home to over 100 floral species and nearly 500 vertebrate species. Birds, mammals, reptiles, many of which are rare or endangered elsewhere in Vietnam.
So this is for the serious nature lover or hiker.
Definitely. This is an ideal destination if you're looking for deep immersion in one of northern Vietnam's most pristine environments. It really offers a glimpse into what true wilderness feels like, quite different from the more managed parks elsewhere.
It's amazing. So Cao Bang's landscape isn't just about this incredible natural beauty and geology. It also served as the crucible, you could say, for an entire nation.
Yes, absolutely.
This leads us neatly into the echoes of history. specifically the Pac Bo Historical Complex. This sounds like a profoundly sacred pilgrimage site for Vietnamese people.
It is, and it's a crucial point to understand about Cao Bang. Its remote, naturally fortified terrain provided the perfect sanctuary for the nascent Vietnamese Revolution against the French and Japanese.
Right, Ho Chi Minh.
Exactly. On January 28, 1941, Ho Chi Minh returned from over 30 years of exile right here, crossing the border from China into Cao Bang. And Pac Bo became his headquarters, effectively, the very birthplace of the modern Vietnamese state.
So visiting the complex is quite significant.
It's a profound journey for anyone interested in understanding Vietnam's modern foundations.
Yeah.
You literally follow in his footsteps.
How does that work? What do you see?
Well, the journey often begins at Border Stake 108. It's just this modest stone marker right on the border where he re-entered Vietnam. But it's a profoundly sacred spot for many.
I can imagine.
Then you proceed to Coc Bo Cave. This is the small, incredibly humble grotto where he actually lived and worked during those crucial first weeks back in the country.
Humble how?
It's astonishingly modest. I mean, there's basically just a wooden board for a bed and a stone wall where he famously inscribed the date February 8th, 1941. It really brings home the austerity of that time.
Wow. It sounds like he truly integrated with the land there. Did he even, leave his mark by naming some of the natural features around his headquarters?
He absolutely did. That's a key part of the story. He imbued the landscape itself with revolutionary symbolism. He named the towering peak nearby Karl Marx Mountain and the clear, cool stream running past the cave Lenin Stream.
Naming them after Marx and Lenin.
Yes. And it was beside this stream, at a simple stone table that's still there, his open-air office, that he translated important texts, drafted revolutionary documents, and even wrote poetry. He found both strategic seclusion and clearly profound inspiration in that landscape.
That connection is powerful.
It really is. The insight here is how the geopark's natural defenses, its remoteness, its beauty, provided the perfect crucible for Vietnam's modern history. It's this potent intersection of geology and human will, human history.
That's a truly powerful connection to make. But of course, Cao Bang isn't just ancient geology and these deep echoes of history. It's also a vibrant tapestry of living cultures today. The Tay and Nung people in particular seem to be the cultural anchors of this northeast region.
They really are. Cao Bang is a true mosaic of cultures, actually home to at least 9 different officially recognized ethnic groups. But the Tay, making up about 42% of the population, and the Nung, around 35%, are definitely the dominant communities.
And they're distinct groups.
They are distinct, but they share a related linguistic heritage. Both speak Thai languages, and aspects of their spiritual life often blend ancestor worship with animistic beliefs, reverence for spirits of the forest, mountains, water.
So traveling through Cao Bang
It means you're witnessing these ancient cultures not as museum pieces, but as living, breathing communities deeply connected to their ancestral lands. It offers a truly immersive cultural experience for the thoughtful traveler, very different from just seeing a performance somewhere else.
And you see this connection directly in their craftsmanship, right? In the very fabric of their villages, like Quoy Keystone Village, for example.
Yes, Quoy Ki. It's in the eastern Karsts region, the limestone area, and this Tay village is truly unique. You'll find about 14 traditional stilt houses there, crafted almost entirely from the abundant limestone that's literally lying around.
Whole house.
Well, the walls, the fences, even the steps leading up to the living area. It's a remarkable example of a harmonious and obviously very practical connection between people and the geology surrounding them, using what the land provides.
It's amazing. Then contrasting that, there's Phuc Sen Forging Village, home to the Nungan people, over in the mineral-rich western part of the geopark.
That's right. This is where centuries of metallurgy mastery really come alive. When you visit, the air often rings with this rhythmic sound of hammers striking anvils.
You can hear the forging.
Oh, yeah. And roadside shops and homes display these incredible arrays of hand-forged knives, cooking knives, machetes, agricultural tools like hoes and plows. It's a craft born directly from that local mineral wealth we talked about, a real testament to generations of skill passed down.
And Phia Thap Incense Village, which sounds lovely, where the air is fragrant with sandalwood and cinnamon.
It smells wonderful there. Here, Nung families continue this delicate, centuries-old tradition of making incense entirely by hand. They use local materials like bamboo for the sticks, tree bark powders, and aromatic herbs.
A peaceful craft.
It really is. It's a craft that fills the village with this palpable sense of peace and spirituality. So the insight here, maybe for the post-tourist, is that in Cao Bang, these traditional crafts aren't just souvenirs you buy. They're direct, living expressions of the land's geology, the stone, the minerals, the plants, and the resilient spirit of its people. It offers a really deep cultural immersion.
And for you, the visitor, the best way to actually experience this culture firsthand is often through a homestay, isn't it? This isn't just about finding accommodation. It seems like the central pillar of the cultural experience there.
Absolutely. It offers unparalleled human connection. Forget anonymous hotels for a moment. The genuine immersion you get is just, well, it's on another level.
What's it like?
Imagine staying with a host family in their traditional stilt house, sharing home-cooked meals, real local food, not tourist menus, maybe observing or even participating respectfully in daily routines like farming or weaving.
You can join in.
Sometimes, if appropriate and welcomed, yeah, it just provides a depth of understanding no hotel could ever offer. The true spirit of Cao Bang, I think, is often revealed in these quiet moments, listening to stories from the elders, perhaps accompanied by the gentle, haunting music of the dintin.
What's a dintin?
It's a traditional gourd lute, often played by Tay people. It has this really beautiful resonant sound, so staying in a place like a stone house in Quake, for example, allows you this direct, lived experience of the symbiotic relationship between the land and its people. That's a key part of the post-tourist appeal, I believe.
Okay, so we've covered the incredible land, the deep history, the living culture. Now, how do you actually experience all of this? For the adventurer, the motorbike is often seen as the ultimate key, and this Cao Bang loop is rapidly gaining renown.
It really is. This route is quickly emerging as one of Southeast Asia's premier motorbiking journeys. Many are calling it a spectacular and significantly less crowded alternative to the more famous Hajang Loop further west.
Less crowded is key.
Definitely. It's just pure freedom, you
Yeah.
know? Winding mountain roads, a constantly shifting panorama of those towering karst peaks, vibrant green rice paddies, and these incredibly remote ethnic villages appearing around bends. It offers an incredible sense of scale and adventure.
I hear iconic stretches like the scenic Ma Phuc Pass are real highlights. And for practicalities, you can find reputable rental shops in Cao Bang City for bikes like Hondas and Yamahas.
Yeah, Cao Bang City is the main hub to rent from, and you can also hire local guides or easy riders, experienced local drivers you ride behind, if you're not confident tackling the mountain roads yourself.
That's a good option.
It is. But essential advice for any rider, whether solo or guided, is to start your days early to maximize daylight. The roads can be tricky. Definitely avoid driving at night if you can. And always approach village stops with respect and cultural sensitivity. Asked before taking photos? Maybe buy a small handicraft.
Good advice. It's about being prepared for the journey, right? Which loops back to that post-tourist idea.
Exactly. It embraces that preparedness.
Now, for those who prefer to explore at maybe a slower, more grounded pace, Cao Bang is also being talked about as a world-class trekking destination. Though, again, perhaps offering a wilder, less developed experience than somewhere like Sapa.
That's a fair assessment. The potential for exploration on foot in Cao Bang is immense, but the infrastructure is much less developed than Sapa's network of trails and lodges.
So what kind of treks are possible?
Well, you can embark on multi-day treks, maybe 4 to 7 days, through really remote regions like Huang Hoa and Ta Lung districts, or tackle more challenging routes in the Oak Phia Den National Park we mentioned earlier.
Into the real wilderness.
Pretty much. And even for shorter excursions, there are beautiful day walks around Thang Han Lake or hikes up to Angel Eye Mountain. So there are options for different levels.
And what really stands out for me, hearing this, is that the trails often aren't just wilderness paths cut for tourists. They're ancient routes that have connected these remote villages of the Tay and Nung people for centuries.
That's absolutely key.
So trekking there becomes this inherently deep cultural immersion, right? With overnight stays often in local homestays in these villages you pass through.
Exactly. You're literally walking the paths people have used for generations to trade, visit relatives, go to market. That deep cultural immersion is a huge part of the appeal. And, it reminds us that as more people seek out these authentic experiences, there's a really delicate balance to strike.
In terms of impact.
Yeah, and preserving these ancient routes and the cultures that depend on them, ensuring tourism benefits them without overwhelming them. It's a challenge, for sure, but it adds another layer of meaning, I think, to your journey there as a responsible traveler.
What a journey we've just taken, even just talking about it. We've explored Cao Bang's really unique blend. I mean, a UNESCO global geopark boasting 500 million years of geological history.
Incredible timescale.
A cradle of modern Vietnamese history, where a nation was effectively born in those caves and hills.
Hmm.
A vibrant tapestry of living cultures you can actually engage with.
Very much so.
And an adventurous paradise waiting to be explored by motorbike or on foot. This really does sound like the unseen Vietnam, just waiting for your discovery.
I think that sums it up well. For the prepared, for the curious traveler, Cao Bang offers this profound connection to a Vietnam that is, frankly, fast disappearing in other more accessible places. It's an authentic experience that truly rewards those willing to go a little further, to look a little deeper.
So what does this all mean for you listening? Well, maybe consider this. If a single place can contain 500 million years of geological history, the birth of a nation, and centuries of vibrant living culture all within its borders, what deep stories are waiting to be uncovered in the places you choose to explore next?
A great thought to end on.
Thank you for joining us on the deep dive. We hope you're inspired to maybe look a little closer and perhaps journey just a little bit further next time.